Back in week 1, the Seahawks dominated their first matchup against the Rams. Can Los Angeles even the score? Find out next on Madden Football.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year, they rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Well, the Rams ready to go to work, and they will be led by the rookie, a man with some experience playing in big games, the fourth-rounder from Georgia, Stetson Bennett.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Back to throw, Bennett. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards there for number 15.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he goes out right around the 39. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Bennett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Bennett looking to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Bennett. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. A solid stiff arm. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup of 38.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Bennett. A quick pass to Cup. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. It's Bennett going to have another throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Bennett. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds, but no one's going to have a chance at it.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
When the Seahawks named Smith the starter last season, it gave him an opportunity he wasn't sure he would get again. And then he became one of the best quarterbacks in football and sustained it across a full 17 games when he comeback player of the year. Saved his career with last season and keeps the Seahawks as true contenders.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Smith now to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Smith. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. 3rd down, Bennett to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And Bennett will look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
On 1st and 10, Bennett. This one brought in by Jefferson. Here's a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. They'll throw again with Bennett. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
1st and 10, here's Bennett. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Bennett now to throw. That is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Bennett now. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw here. Bennett. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Sticking to the aerial attack, here's Bennett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Rams! Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add 6 to their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Bobby Brown. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Smith now on second down. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Able to fight through one tackle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 10. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
In the first half, it was the rookie from Georgia, Stetson Bennett, who was looking sharp. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? And which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. This one is down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Out of the gun, Smith. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback.
There he goes, left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little, because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on it, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Bennett now off play action. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace.
Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now Geno on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing now is Geno. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. A strong running. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Rams on third down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll run here with Akers. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
So Geno and the Seahawks down by 13. Exactly 1 minute remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Here's Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here's second down. Smith to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Smith. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Los Angeles, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5.